Good morning. Apologies, it took me a couple of minutes to get set up this morning. My technology would not play ball, which it does that sometimes. But hopefully, yes, we are live over in Facebook. Brilliant. Now, as I said, very strange week this week, having suddenly had the announcements over the weekend about this new lockdown. And I have to admit, it's kind of thrown me a bit. Morning, everybody. Morning to all. Oh, lovely. It has definitely thrown me. And I think I'd love to know how other people are feeling actually. But for me, I've had a really busy couple of months, and I was just thinking, great, I'm going to spend this month of November just really sort of, giving myself space and time. Well, I'm going to definitely have space. And when things like this happen, and it's really surprising and shocking, and we're not expecting it, maybe we are expecting it, but even still, we don't really think it's going to happen. There's this process of adjustment, and last time there was a definite sense when we went to lockdown of grief, of going through, all the emotions of grief. And it may well be similar this time, or it might not. And that's, one of the things that we have to accept is that we just don't know how we're going to feel. And I'm just checking that it's gone okay from Facebook, because it's looking a bit wobbly over there now. Sorry. If anybody's over in Facebook, they can let me know. It's big. Sorry, everybody. Yeah, there we go. Hello, morning, Ali, Helen, and Tiff. I was pausing on me there. So I thought with this morning, one of the things that we could do is, well, we'll do two things, and I'm going to put my little hood up in a minute so that the wind doesn't disrupt the sound. I look a bit fastidious. We're going to do two things. We're going to first of all use the breath as a place to just allow us to come back to this moment right now, because this moment right now, we're okay. And often we can end up, our minds take us off somewhere else. And so we'll balance our breath, and then we'll use that to calm our nervous system. And then we'll actually just feel into, what am I feeling in my body right now? And again, the body, like the breath, can only be right now. So it's a really useful tool to bring you back when your mind wants to take you off to all sorts of things. And particularly when we're trying not to feel things, when we're kind of trying to just conjure up a sense of, oh, I'm fine, it'll be all right. We end up not necessarily feeling all the things that we're really feeling. And an easier way than trying to feel into, okay, what am I actually feeling, is to just feel like what's going on in my body, because there's always that mirror of the emotions we're feeling in the body. So we can notice, how does it feel in my belly today? How are my shoulders? How's my face? And by doing that and accessing that, we allow ourselves to, just through our attention, it's as simple as giving it our attention, we allow things to open up and feel different. Now, if you haven't meditated with me before, I think might be a couple of new people on here. I'm so sorry about the wind. There's only two things to know. The first thing is posture, is that we're just going to be comfortable. So we're going to be active but relaxed. We want to be paying attention. So we don't want to be so relaxed that we're falling back asleep, even if we are sitting up in bed. But we also don't want to be holding it too tight and being too rigid. So it's finding that middle ground between active and relaxed. And in terms of your mind, now, if you're human, as soon as you close your eyes for us to meditate, your mind will think. It will disappear off, and you'll realize that you're not thinking about what I'm saying or the meditation, and that's absolutely fine. It's exactly what's supposed to happen. That's what your brain does. And your only job is to notice and come back. And in that noticing and coming back, that is the practice. That is how you train your brain to pay attention where you choose, to find clarity and calm, because it's the repetition of that which trains the brain to stop wandering. So without further ado, having rambled for a while, good. Oh, Helen's concentrating on getting through the next 3 stupidly busy days. Yes, so Helen, you see people face to face. This must be a real jolt for you. Oh, Josie's made it out of her morning practice. Ray, thank goodness you're here. Yeah, I think I feel so strongly for people like you, Helen, and people in the entertainment and hospitality industries. It just feels big. It feels big. And I know for me, I really am looking forward to this morning of just being with whatever is, because I think, yeah, I feel a bit numb, if I'm honest. And yeah, so it's interesting times. So let's close down our eyes and excuse my my sort of interesting look this morning, but you have your eyes closed, it won't matter. So gently close down your eyes, feeling your body in the space that you're in. So maybe you're in your bedroom, maybe you're in a chair in somewhere, maybe you're outside. Maybe it's only me that's crazy enough to be outside. But just allow yourself to, with your eyes closed, notice that you can still sense the room that you're in or the place that you're in. You can feel the chair or the bed underneath you supporting your body. But you can also feel, you also have that awareness of the room around you. Maybe feel of the air against your skin. Maybe feeling the warmth of your bedclothes if you're still in bed. Just begin to bring the attention inwards. And we'll take a few rounds of breath where I'll guide the inhale and the exhale for you so that we just balance the breath and slow it down as a way to connect to the nervous system and trigger our natural states of healing and rest. So we'll be breathing in and out through the nose and making a slight whisper sound at the back of the throat as we breathe in through the nose. It sounds a little bit like this. If you can hear that whisper sound, but basically we're just breathing in and out through the nose and slowing the breath down and using that to bring our attention inwards. So we'll inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. A couple more rounds. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. The last one. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling 4, 3, 2, 1. And then allowing the breath to just find its natural rhythm. So now you're no longer needing to make the breath happen. And notice that the body can breathe for you. You can just let it happen. We can choose conscious control, and we can choose to allow. The body's just breathing, and there's a part of you that's just watching. And as we notice that rising and falling of the breath in the body, just notice where you feel the breath today. Maybe you notice that cool air entering the nostrils. Or maybe it's the rise and fall of the chest or the belly. And just notice that rising and falling. And just gently labeling that rising and falling in the mind, just to anchor you to this moment. So as you breathe in, just gently and softly label it rising. And as you breathe out, falling. Rising, falling. Rising, falling. And if the mind's already been distracted by thoughts or sensations, just gently come back. knowing the breath's always there, like an anchor. And you can use this labeling of the rising and falling to bring you back and steady you during the day if you feel that things become overwhelming. It's just rising and falling. And keeping that awareness with the breath, but letting go of the labeling. We'll just broaden to take in our whole body. We'll start with the hands in the lap. You feel the weight of the hands. Can you notice the very tips of the fingers? Noticing that there's a gentle tingling or vibration perhaps in the fingertips as you pay attention there. It's your nervous system paying attention to you, responding to you turning inwards. As we bring the mind and the body together, it connects us back to this moment right now. We can set an intention to be right here. I'm exactly where I planned to be. There's nowhere else to go. Nothing else to do. This is it. And then allowing yourself to become aware of the toes and the feet. Perhaps you can feel that same gentle tingling or not. Just become aware of whatever sensations are there. Coming back when the mind wanders. And then allowing that awareness to travel up the lower leg to the knees. And from the knees, traveling along the thighs and into the hips. The hands traveling up the thigh, up the wrists and the forearms, to the crook of the arm. And then all the way up to the shoulders. Across the chest. Down into the belly. Feeling the body now. The whole body in your awareness. And just noticing how that feels. And perhaps there's areas of the body that need more attention, that calling out for you right now. Perhaps there's the belly. Maybe there's sensations there. Perhaps it's the shoulders. Perhaps it's tension in the hands as they're curled up on the lap. Perhaps the jaw. The cheeks. The forehead. And just allow your attention to be drawn to whatever part of the body needs your attention. Maybe your heart space. Noticing the rising and falling of the body again. Seeing if with each in-breath you can breathe into those areas. Breathing in warmth and compassion to yourself. And then breathing out to release whatever needs to be released. Taking a couple of deeper breaths again now, breathing in through the nose, all the way down to the belly, and then slowly releasing it through the mouth with a sigh. And doing one more like that. So breathing in through the nose, and then sighing it out. Returning movement to the fingers and the toes. And gently blinking open the eyes. And just giving yourself a moment before jumping into the day. It's going to be a tendency for all of us for the next few days to feel like we need to rush and to race around to make the most of the time that we have, or we're allowed to go where we like. And see if you can be really conscious with that and give yourself time and space to breathe. And I hope you have a great day. And I'll see you, community. I'll see you tomorrow, and everybody else, I will see you next Monday. And I'll be looking at ways I can support people through this next lockdown, just as I did in the last lockdown. So look out for word from me of extra things that I'll be putting on to help. Take care.